times when people come through, basically the people who have been passed the longest come through first. That tends to happen a lot. People who have passed more recently tend to not come through as strongly or as often. So sometimes the other family member that has passed prior to the person that you're trying to reach, they will help that person come through and relay some messages. It's a little hard to explain, in the amount of time that I have, but usually it's because they're still learning on the other side. They're still initiating into where they are. They're still adjusting, and it takes some time for them to really get used to it. Yeah, that's usually what it's about. So that actually does make a lot of sense. And so what I do is I bounce things off of you, and you help me make sense so that you know that this is what's accurate, and then it makes more sense to me because I get it in a lot of pictures and symbols, and that's usually how they talk to me because it's telepathy. So is there a specific question you have, or something that's been on your mind about him, or is there a specific question you'd like me to ask?
Yeah, I just wonder, if he went in a pretty rough way. I just wondered if he's okay, and if he's advancing. And a couple of our kids are having a hard time with life, so I just want to know if he's there for them. And my daughter, I'm hoping she finds someone that she can connect with. She has a hard time finding my oldest daughter, and I'm just wondering when she's going to find the right one and be able to start her life.
Right. I really do feel that he has a strong presence. He is definitely doing his work. It's going to be about another 5 years around that before he can really start doing more of the work where he's connecting with your kids more and with you. Sometimes it just takes them different amounts of time here on the earth. It's very different there. The time frame is very different there compared to here. So
I guess I didn't realize how long it takes.
Yeah. And in the meantime, the way that they talk to us is through symbols. And I'm getting almost like a family crest, or I'm not sure if it's like it looks almost like beer, or like something that you'd see on a really nice liqueur bottle or something. It's kind of like silver. It's kind of hard to explain, but I feel like he's coming through with a sign, a symbol, and I'm not exactly sure what it would be called. Is it almost like a family crest, or is there something that he liked?
He was cremated, and me and our 4 children have silver crosses that we wear.
That's it, because it's very silver, and it looks like it looked to me like one of those old medieval crosses to me. For some reason, that's how it came through. So he's just basically telling you he knows you guys have those, and he's acknowledging that he can still see you. He's still there, and the message that I'm getting, and I'm getting goosebumps, so I know this is like super strong coming through. The message that I'm getting from him is that he wants you and the kids to know that life is meant to really test us, and that those trials, it's like he's saying, wow, I had it really hard sometimes in this life, here on the earth, and that he's saying, that's why he kind of went when he did, because it was like he was done, and he didn't have a whole lot left in him. Yeah. It was his due time to go. And with the kids, his biggest message for them and for you is that life isn't meant to be really easy. We're supposed to have these really difficult trials that we go through, and that it's something we have to accept, that this is hard, and that it isn't always, exactly the way we had hoped. And usually that turns out for the better.
Yeah.
These things are going to
Yeah,
strengthen.
he had a super hard life, and I think me and the kids was probably the best thing that he had out of it.
Mhm. I would say that's correct. He's doing a lot of work over there. You know, from a young age, I feel like he had gone through trials. And so there were just a few things that he was still playing catch up on with his spiritual growth. And what he's doing now is, with the time that he has in the spirit world, he's really utilizing his time and being given the opportunity through his guides, angels, and the higher ascended masters, the ascended masters that he works with, to develop and grow these skill sets spiritually. And that's really why he doesn't have a whole lot of earth time to be like bouncing back and forth. But he does want you to know that when you see those silver crosses, that he's with you. He is absolutely aware of you. He feels your emotion. He understands your sadness. And that's really like what I want to get across to you right now, is that he really acknowledges your sadness. And it feels very deep to me. I understand, how much he meant to you, feeling it. And he's acknowledging you for that. And he's saying, like, it's not, this life is very, very brief. And if you can just, try your best to look at all of the good things that he left you with and all of the good times that you guys had together, that you're going to be able to get through the grieving process easier. And he's saying, go ahead and talk to him. Like, when you're feeling lonely or whatever, he can hear you. You can talk to him in your mind. You can talk to him out loud, when nobody's there. It's, it's very personal, but he's listening and he's still there. You can talk to him.
Yeah. I do talk to him, and I get frustrated with it. And my grieving has been hard. It's been off and on. I tried to learn, and I watch mediums and I watch all shows, and I'm trying to heal myself from it, but it's extremely hard.
Well, he's with you. He understands. He feels everything you feel. He knows the depth of it. He's there. He not only can see. I
don't want to make him sad.
You're not making him sad. He is watching you go through this process of grief, and he knows. It's like what he was saying before. He knows how it hurts. He can feel what you feel now, and that's okay. He can handle it. He's okay. But he wants you to try to start remembering all the good things about him, because nobody wants to leave this earth with you feeling sad every time you think of them. They want you to feel happy every time you think of them. They want you to remember all the great things, all the good moments, and to remember those things. And go ahead and let that grief play through. That's important work to do, and that will strengthen you spiritually, and it will strengthen you in being able to build empathy and grow your empathy and earn it, and just really be able to help others who are maybe in the same situation. I'm sure that you've had a lot of people say some things that, after he passed, that didn't resonate very well with you. And so what it does is it teaches us what to say, how to support others, how to really support our clan, our community. It makes you a better person. And I'm just, what I would like you to kind of move away from is being lost in the sad part of it, because that can be a cycle that will continue if it's not processed with the grief properly.
Yeah.
And your children, they're going to work through it the way that they are going to. They're all going to do it differently. And your oldest daughter has her own way to grieve and to act out. I know she's probably acting out some. It's normal. Yeah. It's natural. This is all part of that process. So I want you to normalize what's happening right now. This is what people go through when they lose something.
Try to breathe and get through it.
Yeah, I understand. I've experienced grief, and I understand.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much for calling in. If you'd like to continue, or you'd like to reach me again for more, you can always contact me. My website is AnnaOlsonIntuitive.com, and I'm on Facebook at Anna Olson Intuitive. And you can always reach out to me again. I'd love to do another reading for you, or for one of your kids. I'm always here to help.
Sure. That's what I was wondering, because the more that I learn, it seems like my emotions are getting so strong with people. Like when I'm around people more, or because I'm more of a shut-in, I like being alone. And I guess the more I learn and the more I try to connect, I mean, what is that? Is that just has to do with my spiritual growth?
Yeah, that's normal. I mean, it's just as we age, when you reach certain ages in your chronological age, you are more ready for new spiritual growth and transition. So that is extremely normal. You're doing, great work. Actually, I think it's really about getting in all of your resources that you resonate with. If that's church, or you resonate with that, great. If it's mediums, you resonate with that, perfect. It's whatever you resonate the most with.
Okay.
And absolutely reach out to me if you need me again. I'm happy to help. I'm happy to connect with you again.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a wonderful night. I'm so glad you got through.
Yeah, me too.
Have a good night. So next we have Melissa. And Melissa is going to get a free reading tonight with me. Melissa, are you there?
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Anna, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Where are you from?
I'm from Bunbury in Western Australia.
Oh, wonderful. An Australian. Oh, fun. What can I focus on tonight for you? What can I do for your reading tonight?
Just a general reading would be great. Just what life's got to throw at me would be good to hear.
Wonderful. Do you like tarot cards?
Pardon me?
Do you like, would you like me to use some tarot cards? Would you like just a general reading with mediumship? How would you like to do the reading tonight?
I have no idea. Mediumship would be good. Yeah, just whatever comes to you.
Okay, so that's what we'll do. So do you have any specific topic you'd like me to focus on, or just tell you what comes through?
Just whatever comes through.
All right. First of all, I'm getting, do you live near a river, or do you like the water? I'm just basically seeing a river and there's like brush around it, like bushes, and I don't know if it's camping or something happened in a river or body of water. Does it ring a bell?
I live near the beach. I live near the beach.
You live near the beach. Yeah, I was kind of seeing those kind of plants around a body of water and like the dirt. I couldn't tell if it was sand or what, but I'm getting that there's a body of water. And then do you resonate very closely with the water? Do you need to be around the water or the beach?
Yeah, I love the beach.
Okay.
I really love
because
the beach. Yeah.
I feel like that's your therapy. And I also am getting that part of that is that there's the elements that help you kind of detox. So your body detoxes in that element energetically.
Yeah.
And
takes away the stress.
Yes. And I also feel like it's a toxicity that it pulls out, and maybe it's the salt, maybe it's the air, and it's just all the elements together. I feel like it actually physically detoxes you, which is really interesting that I'm getting all this. I'm just getting that like your body really needs that detox. And I mean, are you aware of any condition where you have trouble detoxing your system physically?
Not really. I haven't been well lately, so I probably do need to go for a visit to the beach. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I feel like your body really is drawn towards those elements, and also sauna. I feel like you need a sauna. If you're having those health issues right now, go to the beach, get out in nature, get into the salt water, put your fingers and your toes in the sand. A sauna would be great, kind of sweat it out, because I do see that there's something in your genetic makeup that is making it difficult for you to regularly detox.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So I'm seeing that first. And then I'm seeing red hair, and it's kind of done up real pretty, like kind of high and hairsprayed. I'm not sure if that rings a bell for you, but that's what I'm getting.
A red head?
Yeah, red hair, and it's kind of styled up real kind of elaborately.
I think my mum used to have her hair like that in the 60s and the 70s.
Ah,
She had red hair
so
when she was younger, yeah.
did she wear kind of like a lot of pretty makeup, kind of like kind of heavier makeup?
No, she didn't.
No?
She was never a makeup lady, no.
Huh. Because I was kind of getting like a nice, maybe it was the 60s because I got a nice thick eyeliner. To me, that's kind of a lot of makeup. Maybe it wouldn't be to somebody else, but has she passed?
My birth mother has, yeah.
Okay. So we're talking about your birth mother?
Oh, no, I was thinking that my mother that has raised me, she used to have like red hair and that in the 70s, yeah.
So,
and used to like
so
wear it in a beehive.
Okay. So we have both of your mother figures coming through. We have birth mother who's passed, and we have her showing me your mother who has raised you. And I'm getting a lot of love coming through from your birth mother. Like I'm just feeling like there is a ton of love coming through. I only have 90 seconds left, but I want to just like give you the message first that there's so much love, and every decision she made for you was out of love, and I'm basically getting the message that she needed you to know that.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm sorry, I'm running out of time right now. You can always reach me. Again, you can reach me on my website, AnnaOlsonIntuitive.com. And I am also on Facebook, Anna Olson Intuitive. And if you want to continue the reading later, or if you want any other services from me, absolutely give me a call or let me know. You can message me, email me, whatever you need to do.
All right, thanks, Anna.
Thank you so much. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you, bye.
Bye-bye. Well, I wish I really had more airtime with her because I was getting really intrigued by the mother figures coming through, and I love these adoptive situations. So I really like to delve into that more, but that's my time for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight, and I will see you next week here on A1R. I'm Anna Olson, your host of Insights into Consciousness. If you'd like to reach me, again, my website's AnnaOlsonIntuitive.com. Thanks so much and have a great night.
to A1R Psychic Radio here on Moonstruck TV with Amanda Hall Psychic all the way from the Gold Coast. I hope that whatever you've done in this last week, that you've had an absolutely fantastic, awesome week. I mean, our hearts and our prayers still go out to the people of California with those fires, that there doesn't seem to be any sort of let-up happening there. We can only hope that it's going to rain soon and they're going to be able to put those fires out and people can start rebuilding their lives. It's a terrible thing for people to go through things like that. Any sort of weather phenomena, anything that displaces a family and a community is never an easy thing, and it takes a very, very long time and a lot of patience and a lot of love and also a lot of money to rebuild a community. But most importantly, I think if we show them and share with them in our prayers and our thoughts that maybe it might ease their burden a little bit easier. So this week we've got the Simply Tarot card of the week as we always open the show, and this week I'm sort of, it's a little bit of an ambiguous card. I was going to say I was pleased to say this card's come out. It's not one that we feature very often on the show. For those of you that are new to the show, about half an hour before the show, I actually just sort of shuffle the cards and focus on the card or the energy that's going to be with us all for the next 7 days. So it's not something that I say, oh, gee, we haven't featured this one for a while. It's random. It's done only half an hour before the show. So this week it's the Two of Pentacles. So it's the card of money confusion, juggling two situations or ideas around. Now, quite often at this time of the year, I find as we get past what here in Australia, we've just had our big horse race for the year called the Melbourne Cup. And it's usually just after the Melbourne Cup that everybody's mind turns to, oh dear, the holiday season's just around the corner. I've got so much shopping and cooking and cleaning to do that I